What is the status of honeybees in the world? That, plus your sports and headline regulars, are all up next on the GHS Reporter. Good morning, welcome to the GHS Reporter. I'm Kevin Thomas.
And I'm Brendan Phillips.
Whether or not it is known by many, honeybees are dying out across the world. Just what is causing this and how does this problem affect you? Paige Taylor has the story.
For many years there have been people questioning the issue of famine in our world today. Recently, much talk over honeybees disappearing in all parts over the world have been discussed. I got the chance to speak with Larry Taylor, a professional in the business, more about this topic to answer the many questions that people are asking.
There is an estimated 2.4 million bee colonies throughout America. Bee farmers this year reported that they were expecting a 17% decrease in the bee colonies. However, on the West Coast alone, there was a 60% decrease in bee colonies. There's also a 70% decrease on the East Coast. And down in the southern regions, such as Florida, there have been some bee farmers that have claimed they have up to 90% of the bee colonies have disappeared.
What is your opinion on the issue of honeybees dying out in America?
It's not a good thing because nothing should really die out. Really, every animal has an important role in the environment.
How important are honeybees?
The economic value alone of honeybees nationwide in America here is over $14.6 billion. Bees are responsible for pollinating 30% of the United States food.
What do you think is a good way for America to handle this situation?
I think Americans need to cut down on junk food, like especially the honey buns, the wrappers, and the chips.
What are scientists saying is the reason for the disappearance?
Of course, they're just speculating. They don't know the real reason, but because of the global use of cell phones throughout the world, there are so many cell phones, they said that those cell phone waves are causing bees not to be able to find their way back to the beehives. That's one reason. Another one is sun flares are the cause of their disappearance. Another reason is that there's so much more pesticides being used today, as well as the contamination of some of the water here in America. This is a global threat. It's not just happening here in America, but all nations throughout the world are reporting a big decrease in bee colonies.
What may be a solution to the problem?
Personal opinion may be the government may have to subsidize the bee farmers with some more funds to be able to increase the size of their colonies. But also, a personal remedy that I believe would be to have some of these bee colonies, some of these bee farmers have their colonies inside a building as opposed to outside, where they aren't subject to the different things in nature.
Where do you think America will be in the next 20 to 30 years?
It's hard to speculate where America would be, but because of America's because they're so good at resolving problems, I believe they'll resolve this problem as they have many of the economic problems in the past. But I don't believe in 20 to 30 years there will be any shortage of food. It's just at this time this problem has to be solved. I believe scientists will come up with a method soon.
I mean, I think this problem will probably correct itself, but I think we just need to cut down on the pollution a little bit, and it should be fine.
With high hopes that the government will resolve this issue, all society should continue living their normal day-to-day lives. This is Paige Taylor for the GHS Reporter.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all.
At the Gilliland Invitational for cross-country skiing, the varsity girls came in second place. Top finishers were Courtney Davis with a 7th place finish, Ellen Molnas with a 15th place finish, and Casey Garrity came in 19th. And the boys varsity cross-country ski team also skied well, with Johns Raffensperger finishing in 13th place and Cody Lasan skiing to a 20th place. Congrats to all cross-country skiers and good luck today at your meet. And yesterday in the NBA, the Orlando Magic beat the Miami Heat 107-91. Hito Turkoglu had 27 points and 12 rebounds in the win. And also in the East, the Toronto Raptors beat the Washington Wizards 122-83. Jose Calderon had 11 points and 11 assists, and Andre Bargnani had 19 points. In college basketball, number 6 Georgetown beat St. John's 74-42. Vernon Macklin had 18 points in the win. And also in the Big East, number 21 Pittsburgh beat Villanova 69-57. Deshaun Blair had 10 points and 14 rebounds in the win, and Syracuse beat DePaul 60-55. Arinze Onowaku had 22 points in the win. And in the upset of the day, undefeated and number 2 ranked Kansas lost to Kansas State 84-75. Freshman Michael Beasley had 25 points in the win for Kansas State. And don't forget the Super Bowl this weekend, the Patriots versus the Giants, 6:17 p.m. on Fox. That's all for today's sports.
Yesterday was a big day in the presidential race as both the Republican and Democratic side had a candidate bow out. On the Republican side, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani ended his race for president and endorsed his rival, John McCain. Giuliani said that McCain gives the Republican Party the best chance to hold on to the presidency. On the other side, former Senator John Edwards dropped out of the race for the Democratic presidential nomination, leaving his voters for the remaining 2 candidates, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Edwards asked Clinton and Obama to make poverty a central issue in the election, but has not yet endorsed either candidate. Strategists have said that Edwards' endorsement will most likely have a significant impact on the race. That's all for today's headlines.
So Kevin, what's your pick for the Super Bowl this weekend?
Well, even though the Patriots are heavily favored, I think I'm going to go with the Giants.
Couldn't agree more. I love the Giants, and looking forward to the commercials too.
That's all the time we have for the GHS Reporter. I'm Kevin Thomas.
And I'm Brendan Phillips.
Stay tuned for your announcements.
Have a great day.